I need new music.
This is the JJO Discover New Music Podcast.
Eric, you better be ready, damn it.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good.
It's been a little while. I'm excited to chat with you because we go way, way back. I remember having dinner with young Eric many years ago at a small little place in Springfield, Missouri, at one of our sister stations. And look at you now. You're a big boy, and you're a big boy band. You got all that stuff. Well, no, Eric, it's good to see you. Of course, Discover New Music, brand new and breaking because we're very excited. I Prevail going to be dropping a brand new album tomorrow. It's called Violent Nature. Eric, I know at this point, and if you don't mind me kicking off with this, I think everything that's had to be said has been said about the departure of Brian, but I do want to ask, in all of this that's been happening, because that was quite a commotion. It caused quite a commotion in the rock world. A lot of people talking about it. How is the band feeling? How are you feeling? How are you guys as a whole feeling at this point, now moving forward, taking those steps forward, and especially on the cusp of this brand new album release?
I mean, overall, we feel great. We feel great. Last couple of years was, we had a lot to deal with, a lot to mull over, and when everything, kind of, for lack of a better term, hit the fan, and we found out, oh, okay, we're going to be moving on this direction. All right. We just put our nose to the grindstone and got to work. And, almost a year of working on this stuff. It's so exciting to finally be on the, be on the edge of release day here. It's exciting stuff, man.
The ups and downs of that, especially when, everything is just fine. I know behind the scenes, but and like you mentioned, a lot going on, a lot to chew on. I'm sure it's probably quite cathartic at this point, or just a release to know the album's coming out. It's here we are. Let's focus on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It's something good to look forward to, and something, we're just, like I said, we're just excited, man. We're very excited.
As you should be. And I know everyone else is, when we heard, we got the tease of new music dropping again, Violent Nature. It's the fourth from I Prevail. And chronologically, I was looking this, and maybe I'm just, being nitpicky or looking for stuff in there to talk about, but it seems like it falls on this 3-year mark. You had 2016, 2019, 2022, now 2025. Is that just a happ't accident, or is there a method to that I Prevail madness that we see?
I mean, there wasn't really a conscious thought of like, okay, every 3 years. But I mean, when we put out Trauma, we took some time off the road and worked on that. And then when we were in the middle of touring Trauma, the world shut down, and we just went back and we're like, well, we can wait, and okay, I guess this whole 2-week bullshit of flattening the curve is not happening, so I guess we're gonna have to twiddle our thumbs, or we can get to work. So we started working on True Power, and here, that just happened to be, about 3 years later, and with True Power, we just had a bunch of touring, and it just, landed on, I don't know. I feel like 3 years is just it's a good amount of time for fans that have heard the band to listen, have their conclusions of the record, grow to know all the words, and, have it in their playlists. And then the fans that you gain along the way, it's almost like, oh, you have all this stuff to, this backlog of music to catch up on, and boom, here's a new record. So I don't know. I feel like 3 years is just a happy accident, but it just feels right.
It's worked out, and it's good. And I think it's so many people in the music world are just forced to crank out every year. And not that we don't enjoy it, but, it seems like you guys being able to take the time, do the music you want to do the way you want to do it, has really benefited I Prevail as a band, and also the fans, like you mentioned.
Yeah, I think when we started out about, 11 and a half, 12 years ago, the mantra, I guess you'd call it, was like less records, more singles. And we were just getting into this world. We didn't know what was what and all that, so we just did what we knew, and was to write records. And over the last few years, I feel like, especially in the rock world, records are still, as prevalent as ever. It's, you get the singles to get people's attention and excitement, but I don't know, maybe I'm an old head, but I love hearing that whole body of work. I want to hear what where the band, I guess, is at now as a whole piece of art, rather
Right.
than like, oh, here's a single, okay, cool, didn't like it, well, I'll wait for the next one. Or yeah, or here's a single, oh, I can't wait to see the direction of the record, and then
That's
6 months
it.
later, here's a single and it's something different.
Yeah.
I think that works in other genres, and I think it does work and have its place in rock and metal, but we're a band that up until now, who knows, things might change and maybe we'll do singles down the road, but right now it's been, here's a body of work, here's, because with the I Prevail sound, we go from really heavy to
Mhm.
down the middle of rock, and experiment here and there with other things. So I feel like doing one single, it just doesn't really sum up what we're doing as of now. It's hard to
Right.
get I Prevail sound in just a one song. So I think
Right.
for us, albums is the best out, like a full body of work is like the best way to digest the I Prevail product.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to be digesting it here come Friday because the new album drops, and again, it's Violent Nature, and I love that mindset because you're not just nickel and diming your way through. It's a final product. It's something you put the time into, and I think that all shows. And like you said, there's a time and a place for just these little singles, but having that final thing for fans to really dive into a whole work is something real special. And you guys have done that. True Power you mentioned, and Trauma, and then Lifelines, which was our first, official taste from you guys as far as a record. When you look at Violent Nature compared to those ones that I just listed, did you guys, how do I word this? Not keep an essential theme. What did you maybe do the same? And then what did you maybe do different with this one?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think now having a couple of records under our belt, and every record, if you go back and listen to it, everything kind of, there's the core I Prevail sound, and then there's the songs that we kind of pushed our limits on sonically, and tried a little bit of, brought in rapping and stuff on Trauma, and some True Power, and a little more electronic stuff on Trauma, and even more so on True Power, and just to push the boundaries. And so with this record, I think looking back and went, okay, what did we do really well, what did we miss on the last record, maybe even what did we miss on Trauma, but really focused on the things that we did well. I think we do choruses fairly well. The big melodic choruses, and
Right.
that was, for this record, was number one. Let's make sure that each song has a strong chorus or a strong hook, and the rest of it was, I mean, the last few records, we've had like 13, 14 songs, and this time around it was tough, but we made some calls early on when we were working on demos, like, this would be fun. I could see the energy. I can see the finish line for this song, but I think it just steps on the toes of this song a little bit too much, or I think
Right.
it kind of just feels a little too close to this one. And it was so we trimmed the fat. Right when we were working on the demos, and we knew, like, okay, each song has a strong identity. Each song feels like it's a piece of piece of this record, but
Right.
it also doesn't feel like, oh, well, that song kind of feels like that one a little bit, or it's kind of got the same structure and feel of that one. So it was very important for us to go back to the basics, write the big hooks, write the big choruses, trim the fat early on, so we didn't feel like we had to push out 14 or 15 songs where, let's be real, a kid listening to a record, they'll probably nowadays get through half of it and go, I'll listen to the other half later. And then it's just a lot. I get it.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So, and then on the other hand, what we tried to do different is, push the boundaries even more on our creative side. Some
Yeah.
songs that are even more heavier than we've done in the past, or something that we scratched the surface of last time. We felt like, all right, let's dive in deeper and explore this side of I Prevail.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just excited. And again, we've already had 3 singles out right now, and I know Rain and the music video just dropped not that terribly long ago, and that was our latest taste of it. And 10 tracks. We're gonna get the whole thing, and really, really excited to see this next Sonic adventure that you guys Sonic adventure you're taking us on. So I want to ask this kind of two-part. First, I'm going to ask one because I know I don't have much longer here. Is there a Wall of Death song on this record that's going to get everyone in the mosh pit running at each other? Is there one song that maybe will be good for that when you get everyone all riled up in the pit?
There is absolutely hands down the heaviest song we've ever written on this record, and I can picture a good moment for a massive Wall of Death on it.
The first time I saw that, I was terrified, and I was on side stage. I was like, I'm so happy I'm not down there. I would be dead. Well, good. Well, I can't wait to see what that is. Maybe once that's released, we can officially get that one, or people will hear it. And with that said, do you have a favorite track on the record? Maybe one that speaks to you more than the other ones?
Oh man, that's tough. This record, just like a lot of the old stuff, is very, very close and personal to me. So there's a lot of it's like trying to pick my favorite kid, man. I don't know.
Depends on the day, or which one's disappointing you or making you happy, right?
Yeah. I think I'd say Prey or Synthetic Soul are two that I've been very eager for people to hear. Just
Nice.
just have a really strong connection to those, and musically, I just think they're. I wouldn't say. Oh man, they just stand out to me, and they've been. When you go through and you're like, there's got to be a number 10 out of your favorite 10, right? There's just gotta be, right. So when we talk about it with the band, we're like, oh, what have you been listening to most lately? And Synthetic Soul and Prey for me have been always top three for sure.
I love it. Well, mark those down when you get the new record. Those are the Eric seal of approval. All of them are, but those ones he's got a special connection to.
Yes.
Final question before we do rapid fire and I get you out of here. Is Crimson and Clover a cover of Tommy James and the Shondells, or is it completely different?
It is not. It is a it is not a cover. But
all right.
that did sound, that I remember hearing that title before, and so it was inspired by that, but just very loosely. I think I saw an interview. He said like he had that a dream or something about Crimson and Clover and how sweet and love. And I was like, oh, that's a cool way for this song. When people hear it, it's just, I don't know. I think we found a cool way to like use it, that title, I guess.
Yeah.
Put a little spin on it, but no, it's an original.
I love it. All right, good. Well, we're really excited, man. Again, Violent Nature out the 19th. That's this Friday. Tomorrow, if you're listening to this, or if you're listening to it after that, go get it because it's out now. Okay, either way, very excited, and just the next step, the next journey for Prevail. And Eric, we're really excited for you, buddy, and the whole band and the fans too. All right, now we have to do rapid fire, and then I got to get you going here before Alyssa starts cracking the whip. This is real simple. We've done this before. You know the drill. Go with your gut. Let's start simple. Sneakers or sandals?
Sneakers.
Very nice. Billy Ocean or Billy Idol?
Ooh,
that's a tough one. It hangs people up.
Billy Idol.
Billy Idol, very nice. He's still going too. Still looks fantastic. I don't know. How. Bungle in the Jungle or Welcome to the Jungle?
Ooh, Bungle in the Jungle.
Thank you. I can't tell you how many people are like, what is Bungle in the Jungle? I'm like, it's a really good Jethro Tull song. You should go.
Dude, Jethro Tull, that was my dad showed me Jethro Tull when I was a kid, and I've been obsessed. I'm pretty sure his name's Ian Anderson. Him and I share a birthday.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, that was one of those little weird facts I found out when I was a kid, and I was like, no way.
You kind of have a Ian Anderson look to you. Kind of the beard. You get a pan flute, you might be a good shoe-in. It's great. Good. I'm so happy you picked that one. Vanilla Ice or Ice Cube?
Ooh, Ice Cube.
All right, that's fair. Vanilla Ice, I thought he gets a hard time, but he's good. I like that though. Choco Taco or Flintstone Push Pop?
Oh, jeez. Choco Taco.
Attaboy. Chuck Norris roundhouse kick at 100% power or a Mike Tyson punch at 50% power?
Oh, let's do for me or to see someone else get hit.
No, for you, buddy. You're taking a hit.
I'll take the roundhouse kick.
Man, little Walker Texas Ranger action to the side. All right, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Thank you for humoring me. More importantly, thank you, Eric, for talking new music, my friend. I Prevail, Violent Nature, out this Friday. So excited for you guys, man.
Hey, thank you so much, man. Thanks for the time. Thanks for the love, and anyone listening. Thank you so much for everything, for being here, for giving us the space in your brain to listen to our music. It means the world. Thank you so much.
Listen, rate, share, subscribe. Discover new music now at WJJO.com, in the JJO app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Brock has a new interview every Thursday evening between 6 and 7. 94.1 JJO.